Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Sockbot, and today we have two things. One is a story of something that happened to me recently, which is quite exciting, and two is a big old thank you to you and a bunch of people in general. And again, I say you even if you have been here since the beginning, or if this is your first video that you're watching on my channel. And if it is, that's kind of weird. I don't know how you ended up on this as your first. But, of course, if you do enjoy seeing my videos, like the video down below and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I say that every time and say absolutely no pressure. I extra mean absolutely no pressure this time because this is a very different type of video. As such, if I do seem a little bit different today, it's because I'm kind of like in shock about what happened in the story. Good shock, not bad shock. So yeah, let's get started. So it all started a few, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago when I, out of the blue, decided to apply for a professional pass to New York Comic Con. Now, I've been to New York Comic Con for the last 6 years or so. I think I missed 1 or 2 years of those, basically because I live in Manhattan and it's kind of would be silly for me not to because it's not very expensive, and so if I get a ticket, I'm gonna go because like I live close by. I can take the subway there. It's like not far at all. So it makes sense for me to go. But this year I decided to apply for a professional pass. Now, the professional pass is for New York Comic Con, if you don't know, or any kind of Comic Con, I believe, because they're all run by the same-ish people. A professional pass basically is something you apply for if you are considered in the industry, and they will approve or deny you based on whether or not whoever is reviewing it does agree that you are in the industry. Now, as a YouTuber, I was like, okay, well, I covered video games, sure, and I'm covering an upcoming game, so okay, I can make an argument for this. So I did. And I put my YouTube channel and a couple friends I'd worked with on videos and who would help me out with videos and videoing in general in the past. And those were my only references, and YouTube was my only, like, listing in terms of profession. And again, I had no expectations for this at all. So then fast forward to yesterday, which was May 31st, I believe, and I went after work like a normal day and ended up seeing A Quiet Place, which is good because it was going to go out of theater soon. Good movie, by the way. Not as fantastic as I expected, but it was, like, very good. I think it just was hyped up a lot for me, so, like, if I hadn't been hyped up, I would have been like, wow, that was amazing. No, I'm just like, oh, that was really good. Anyways, off topic. So I saw the movie, went home from the movie, and when I got home, I was looking at my emails because I got an email from my boss at work, and I was like, oh god, what is he saying? Is that I forgot to do something? It was unrelated. It was just like, hey, can you work on this tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. So I saw that, and then I saw the other email that I had, which was from ReadPop, I think is the name of it. Whatever the actual, like, entity email is that handles the tickets to Comic-Con. So I saw this email and read it, and I was like, what? No, that's not what I'm seeing. So I clicked on it and opened the email in full and read that I had been approved for a professional pass for New York Comic-Con. So at this point, I'm in absolute shock. I applied for this on a whim and at the suggestion of somebody that's pretty close to me, and I was like, okay, why not? And then I was approved and realized how much this means, and it might not mean a lot in terms of how much they give out, because I have no idea how many they give out or how many they approve for, but generally these passes are given to corporate people, to people who work for one of the comic companies or work for one of the press companies that goes to Comic-Con or works on the different Comic-Con promotions or events or things like that. And here I am applying with just my YouTube account, and for some reason they considered me in the industry. And that blows my mind. I am, like, still in complete shock that it was approved. And so, what happens now? Well, I already paid for it and confirmed it, and basically it means that I think I may have said this already, I get a cheap ticket to all 4 days of the event, because they don't sell multi-day passes anymore, as far as I know. And that's fine. Like, cool, okay, I would have only gone for a couple days as opposed to 4 if I didn't get this, and I wasn't expecting to, so now I get to go for all 4, and I'm going to cover it here on YouTube, like, every second of it. But the big thing here is, again, they considered me in the industry. I don't know if it has to do with affirmation, or if it has to do with some sort of, like, oh wow, I didn't realize what I had done with this channel, but basically that makes me feel like all of this work I have put together actually exists, and that all of you actually exist, and that all of this stuff that I have made means something more than just the hobby that I have made it to be. And that is, again, blowing my mind. that I was able to get this pass with literally just what I created, what I wanted to create, and what I put in the work to create and put here on YouTube. And I hope I'm not sounding pretentious because I am, again, in shock. This is not to say that I think I deserve this or that I think I should have gotten something or deserve anything from putting all of this work into this. I make my YouTube videos, I made this channel in the beginning because I wanted to talk about things. Because I didn't see anybody else talking about creative games online, and so it's kind of like creating a Reddit thread. If nobody has one, you create one of your own, and then you start talking to people about it. But I don't know. I am just amazed and so happy and so excited. Again, Comic-Con's always fun for me. I always like to go, but because of this, I am just so excited to go, and I feel like being given this kind of pass super encourages me to cover Comic-Con on this channel, and so I will definitely be doing that in the best way I can possible. And also, definitely going to cosplay as many of the days that I can, if not all 4 days. So look forward to that, even if you don't really like cons and you're not super into watching them. But yeah, that's the story. So yeah, we'll see if this ever sets in and ever makes me calm down. But obviously, in addition to that, if there is any information about Dreams at Comic-Con, I will do whatever I can to get in on that and make sure that I am upfront in every single line that I can be. So yeah, that's the story of how I was approved for a professional pass, and now I'm considered a professional, which is friggin' awesome. Ah, my gosh. Okay, I need a minute. So I'm sorry if that was a long story and if I was acting a little bit kind of like scatterbrained during that. You know, I normally talk pretty quickly, and now I'm slowed down, and it's mostly due to shock, but I'm still trying to be vocal, yet maintain my emotions as they actually are, which is kind of sounds like a weird concept, but when you're staring at like three lights in front of you and trying to recount a story that like was that emotionally effective for you, it's a bit difficult. So yeah, that, and now kind of as a continuation of that story, after I saw that, I then went on to YouTube because I was going to post something to be like, oh my gosh, guys, look at this. But then when I went on YouTube, I saw that I was at 499 subscribers. And again, that's not something I pay a whole lot of attention to, but seeing that freaked me out. So I didn't post on that. I didn't post any Twitter posts or any Instagram posts. Actually, I did post an Instagram post that I was at 499 subscribers because it was funny I caught it at that. But then I took the time to just process and chill, and then in like an hour later, I hit 500 subscribers, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I see all these videos on YouTube these days from some of my favorite YouTubers that say like, how do you get your first 100 subscribers? How do you get your first 500 subscribers? And like everywhere in between, because that seems to be the hardest for people. Obviously, with more people, they're going to tell their friends or share or give you more views so that more people see your channel. But again, that's not really what I made this channel for. And so seeing that is super exciting, but also mind-blowing to me. So again, more shock. It's not very hard to shock me, apparently, but I think when I started YouTube, the most subscribers I ever expected to get, or ever hoped to get, I never expected to get, like, more than 20 or so. So, ever hoped to get was, like, 1,000. And if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was going to be like, oh my god, this is the biggest accomplishment I've ever achieved. And already with 500, it's pretty damn close. I think the only other big accomplishment I have is, like, graduating from college, or, like, you know, getting in a stable relationship, or keeping, like, running for a week straight for an hour every day, which was, like, that was big for me. So, like, this is pretty freaking big, especially because it has nothing to do with everything that I've been told to do my whole life. I don't mean to sound, like, super sappy or super, like, oh gosh, feel bad, Gabe, but in terms of things that I have accomplished, like college and like the job I have right now, which I do really like. I really do enjoy my job. I love my coworkers, and I'm really grateful to have it. But none of this stuff has really been mine. With my college and with my major in college and with everything else, I kind of did what I thought I should do as opposed to what I really wanted to do. And that wasn't anybody else's fault except for mine. Obviously, as a kid, you're brought up being told to do things. They say, do this, do that, this will help you get into a good school, and it's to give you all of this opportunity. But until YouTube, I didn't really have anything that was 100% mine. And I've been doing YouTube since I was 16. I have a comedy channel, which I hope to God nobody finds because I don't remember the password to it. And I have loved every second of it. And again, when I started, I did things that were comedy based because that's what I thought people wanted to see, and that's what I just wanted to make videos. I didn't care what they were about. So when it came to gaming and when it came to YouTube and putting them together, that was everything me. It was everything I wanted to do and everything that I could do to do something that would truly make me happy. And to see that this has actually gone somewhere is, again, mind blowing to me and super heartwarming. And again, I don't care if this is where this stops, but I don't see it stopping. I see dreams coming out, and I see more and more of you finding my channel and talking to me on things. And again, I don't want this channel to be about me. I want it to be about dreams. I want it to be about creative games and basically creating a place, and possibly places in the future if we do actually go somewhere, to share your creative experiences. Places where we can take games like this and introduce them to people who would be intimidated by the creation aspect. Introduce Little Big Planet 4 if it comes out, and Dreams to people who have no idea what it is and don't understand what kind of game it is, but who would totally join if they realized that these kinds of games, one, are fantastic for creative people, but also those creative people who would create it anyways will benefit everybody else, because all of those people will have an unlimited supply of downloadable content, which, as we've seen with Little Big Planet, is just of such a high quality that even Media Molecule didn't expect when they released the first couple games. So, yeah, I want it to be about that. I want it to be about a community. I want to do everything I can to make sure that Dreams is successful and make sure that creative people like you out there and like me and like us and the people that love supporting us and the people that will love playing our games and testing with us and spending hours saying, what the heck am I supposed to do at this place? Can you put 6 signs in here? And then laughing and being like, wow, I really have no idea how to create games. But then at the end, still having that person say, oh yeah, that was really fun. Thanks for making that. Like, I want that to be as popular as possible. So I'm sorry, this video is already very long. I didn't want to edit it too much because I don't like not feeling authentic, and this is again the most like authentic way I can talk, which is why it's so drawn out, because I don't really know what to say because I'm still in shock. So sorry for being the awkward teenager that this has brought out in me. Alright, sorry, this is such a long video. I'm just not exhausted, just detached, and it's because I don't know how to deal with this. So I hope you all are doing well, and I'm really bad at talking about things like this. So thank you to all of you for supporting me and supporting Dreams and Little Big Planet and all of this kind of stuff, and the other creatives in the community, thank you as well. And I will talk to you guys in the next more kind of focused on video games thing, as opposed to like Gabe sits in front of a camera and freaks out for like an hour and then tries to edit it down to like 20 minutes, which is still too long. Alright, I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, just stop talking, Gabe. Just stop. Just goodbye. Bye.